Yo, what's up guys? Everyone, today, man, I'll be talking about why the San Antonio Spurs need to go all in to get Victor Wembanyama some help this off season. We're talking about a prospect that has not been heralded with this much hype since LeBron James. So not only went to the expectations, he exceeded them to arguably becoming the greatest basketball player of all time. Victor Wembanyama got insane level hype, and especially over these last 10 games, we're seeing just how good rookie Victor Wembanyama is. This is the worst we will see Wemby in a while. This is rookie season, and he's been fucking fantastic. A couple of nights ago, Victor Wembanyama had a 5-5-5 game with 27 points, 10 rebounds, 8 assists, 5 steals, and 5 blocks as well. He did that with the game prior as well, missing it by I believe 1 assist short of back-to-back 5-5-5 games. This guy is an alien. This guy is not from this earth. And the Spurs, when you have Victor Wembanyama, you are not any real. You need to give this guy some help. Victor Wembanyama, in my opinion, is a comfortable top 5 big in the league. And this is as a big Bam Adebayo fan. Victor Wembanyama is that guy. He is a top 25 player in basketball right now. Early on in the season, I was talking about Chet. Chet's having a great season. Don't get it fucked up. But Victor Wembanyama pretty much has rookie of the year on locks. And you can say Chet has a better record with his team. We do not care about team record when it comes to rookie of the year. Man, that man, Victor Wembanyama's him. Don't get it fucked up, though. Chet is that guy. But Wemby, superstar talent written all over him, man. The man is special. This is a clutch game right here. A nice win for the Spurs. Wemby having a great game. Offensively and defensively as well. Here he is right now stopping Chet Holmgren in the clutch when it really matters. We're going to turn that audio down real quick. High as hell. Step back. Woo! Wemby with that clutch block. Like I said, he's already one of the best defenders in the league. And I don't want to hear people talking about, oh, he can't be up there for DPOY because the Spurs defense sucks. We do not care, bro. The Spurs defense can suck, but Victor Wembanyama is one of the best defenders in the world right now currently. So, with all due respect, bro, like I said, Mike Tomlin, we do not care. Simple. There's going to be right here as well. Last night he gets the Pacers and a nice win for them. Siakam, nice little nothing but net on a pretty solid defender, and Pascal Siakam just absolutely bakes him, takes him to school. The rookie taking the vet to school, man. Oof. That is very tough. You need to give him help. And in my opinion, that guy is Trae Young. I'll talk about Trae Young in a little bit. But I just want to go over Victor Wembanyama, just how insane he's been this season. The three-point shot early on in the season really wasn't there. I know overseas with Met 92 last, the three-point shot, we saw highlights and stuff like that, but he really wasn't that efficient from three. Over these last 10 games in a calendar year, Victor Wembanyama is shooting lights out from three. Like, the league, I would be absolutely shaking right now. Victor Wembanyama, mind you, in limited minutes, not even 30 minutes a game, in 28.7 minutes per game this season, he's averaging 20.9 points, 10.2 rebounds, 3.4 assists, shooting 47% from the field, shooting 33% from three, 81.5% from the free throw line, averaging 3.4 blocks per game, which I have to believe leads the league in blocks. And is also averaging 1.3 steals per game. Imagine if Wemby was playing like 35 minutes a game. He's got 7'4", 210, 20 years old, born in 2004. This guy is not from this earth. He's not from this planet. He's from a different stratosphere. The first overall pick in the 2023 NBA draft, Victor Wembanyama. He's an alien. He was perfectly put on this earth to don the San Antonio Spurs jersey. I mean, one of their franchises in our top 5 deserve a guy like Victor Wembanyama. The Spurs, an iconic, classy franchise with one of the greatest coaches of all time, Greg Popovich, who just had a contract extension as well. As soon as Wemby showed up, but Victor Wembanyama this season has cost his last 10 games is averaging 23.3 points per game, 9.9 rebounds, 4.7 assists. The assists is what's really underrated about Wemby. The shot blocking with him is just, it's insane. Like, bro, this man will just come out of nowhere, perimeter, paint. He'll bait you. You don't want to attack the rim on him, but then you have him on the perimeter. He's already one of the best defenders in the league. He's definitely up there for DPOY. So him and his Frenchman, Rudy Gobert. The Spurs right now, I mean, they're the last seed in the Western Conference. They'll end up with the presumed top 5 pick, the 13-48, and they're 29 and a half games behind the number 1 seed OKC Thunder. Shout out to them. They did not think that they would be this good, but shout out to them. Even the Spurs just took them down, and they just took down the Pacers last night on Sunday. Yeah, the Spurs, they're definitely brewing something down there. Wembanyama, of course, his last 10 games in the NBA, he's shooting 43.6% from 3. And his second option is Devin Vassell. Shout out to Devin Vassell. I believe he signed a 5-year, $135 million contract this offseason. I'm a big Devin Vassell guy. Imagine Devin Vassell now as a third option. Devin Vassell this season is averaging 19 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists, 46% from the field, 37% from the three-point line, and 79% from the free throw line. Imagine that as a third option on, let's say, between... When I was shooting 15 shots a game, let's say you're shooting like 14 to 16 shots per game. That's nice. And the guy that was supposed to be the third option this year, Keldon Johnson, is now in the 6-man role. They opted to start guys like Justin Champagnie and guys like Jetty Osman, and I believe also at points Malachi Branham. Just to not start Keldon Johnson and make him the 6th man, you're definitely seeing not the same production we've seen from Keldon in years past, especially when it was him and Devin last year, or even the year before they had him, Devin, and a DeJounte Murray. Keldon Johnson is averaging 15 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, 45% from the field, 33% from 3, 78% from the line. He's been pretty solid in his role in the 6-man role. Still getting pretty much started minutes, 27, 30, 29. So he's still getting started minutes. But definitely weird to see him come off the bench. We know he's on a 4-year deal with $74 million and is right now the second highest player on the highest paid player on the team, and he's in that 6-man role. I mean, I'm not gonna say anything to pop. I mean, Keldon Johnson is 24 years old. They obviously liked him last offseason to give him the contract. It's weird seeing him in this role. In my opinion, the San Antonio Spurs need to go all out this offseason and acquire Trae Young. It's like, man, like, imagine like Trae Young throwing lobs like he is in this clip right here to Victor Wembanyama. All you have to throw it, you just have to throw it in the vicinity of Victor Wembanyama, and he's throwing it down. No matter who's throwing the ball to him, just throw it in the vicinity, bro. Then he gets a steal. He lobs it to DeJounte Murray, who's like 6'3", 6'4", maybe on a good day. Wembanyama is a whole foot taller. He is 7'4". Now, you ended up acquiring 3 first-round picks to get DeJounte Murray a couple years back, and I believe also potentially a pick swap as well, if I'm not mistaken. There's been some chatter about potentially them trading for Trae to give the Hawks back their picks. I don't know about all that, but I do know that they have a lot of picks to trade in the next couple of seasons. So, hey, Keldon Johnson, I mean, like I said, he's in that 6-man role. He's making a good amount of money per year. You need money to match with... Actually, you don't even really need money to match, to be quite frank, because the Spurs just have so much cap space. Obviously, the Hawks are not just going to give up Trae Young. So you obviously have to trade, in my opinion, at the minimum, at least 3 first-round picks. Maybe some swaps are involved in that. I'm not too sure. And some players as well. I'm looking like right now, they're not going to trade guys like Devin Vassell. Who would you trade next? Like, people would actually want Keldon Johnson. I don't know what the value is for a guy like a Jeremy Sohan or Zach Collins or Malachi Branham or Blake Wesley or people like that, or Jetty Osman or people like that. I don't know. So the only really guy of value that I see that can get them a decent amount, I also don't know what the hell Keldon Johnson's value is now that he's in a 6-man role for the 15th seed in the Western Conference. Still pretty solid in this role, but still, that's definitely interesting for him to be arguably the best player last season on the team to now being the 6th man. And starting guys, Justin Champagnie, like, that's pretty interesting to be quite frank, but that's beside the point. So looking at right now, the San Antonio Spurs just this season, they have the Toronto Raptors protected 1 through 6 pick, first round pick wise. They have the Hornets 2024 first round pick protected 1 through 14, which probably won't get that one because their Hornets are a bottom team in the NBA. They also have their own first round pick, which is going to be an absolute gold mine, as they currently are the 15th seed in the Western Conference or not. A bottom 3 team because the Pistons and the Wizards exist, and Blazers, even though the Blazers are ahead of them. Spurs have been some really good teams, especially as of recent. They also have the Bulls 2025 protected first round pick 1 through 10. They have theirs in 2025. They have the Hawks with no protection in 2025. They have theirs in 2026. They have their first round pick in 2026 in terms of swapping rights with the Hawks. I mean, not yeah, they have theirs, and they have the right to swap with the Hawks in 2026, and then the DeJounte Murray trade. They also have theirs in 2027. The Hawks, no protections in 2027. They have theirs in 2028, and they have Boston's 2028 first pick as well. I'm living that Derek White trade 2 seasons ago. They also have the 2029 Spurs own first round pick. They also have theirs in 2030, and that is then also have a couple of second picks as well. I just don't want to read all of this, but looking at them right now, according to Fanspo, Marcus Morris is waived. He's no longer on that payroll. The highest paid player on the team this season is Keldon Johnson at $20 million per season. Victor Wembanyama at 12.1. Devontae Graham is on a 2-year deal for $12 million AAV. I really hope and pray for Spurs fans that is a player not a player option, a team option, just because he's not really playing. He's in that he's a third string point guard on the 15th seed in the Western Conference. Obviously, they want to play younger guys like Blake Wesley and things like that. Malachi Brandon got there drafted in the first round instead of him, which makes complete sense. I still don't know who gave him that deal. Was it the Pelicans? I don't know how he ended up on the Spurs. My mind is kind of not really registering when that all went about, but this is like a second season with them, and he's just not getting any playtime whatsoever. So I don't know about all of that. But go out and get a guy like a Trae Young and try to build a starting lineup for the San Antonio Spurs. I mean, let me just go ahead and look in terms of expiring contracts this offseason. So obviously the Marcus Morris deal is off the books. The Jetty Osman deal is off the books. Sandro Mamakashvili is off the books. Dominic Barnes off the books. I don't know if they ended up re-signing him, but he's off the books. Then a couple of other guys as well. That contracts aren't up. So the Devontae Graham deal, let me look at this. I believe it was with the Hornets. I remember a couple of years ago, they were like, oh yeah, LaMelo Ball, Devontae Graham backcourt. That's a partially guaranteed deal for 12.65 next year. Yeah, so that's probably, I don't know how all that works, but if it's partially guaranteed, like, you got to get out of Devontae Graham. You're the third string point guard. You got to go. You got to go. But starting five for the Spurs, obviously, you want to go out and you want to get a guy like a Trae Young. So Trae Young at the PG. At the 2, you want to have Devin Vassell. At the 3, you know, have a hole now. I say they trade Keldon Johnson in that Trae Young trade. Even though the Hawks have this weird thing with wings like DeAndre Hunter, Sadiq Bey, and MIP candidate Jalen Johnson, they still don't even play guys like Adrian Griffin. I really like that. It shows some really good promise. Last season, there's some spurts. He's not really getting playing time under Quinn Snyder, which is interesting. He's getting playing time under, I don't know if it was named McMillan or I forgot who was the coach after him, if it wasn't him. But yeah. So you're looking at a Trae Young and Devin Vassell back. We're looking at the center position of Victor Wembanyama, your franchise savior. You now have a hole at both the small forward and at the power forward positions as well. And they obviously have a shit ton of cap space. They also have their own first round pick. Let's say they don't trade their own first round pick for Trae Young. Even though if I'm Atlanta, that is an absolute gold mine pick to be able to get that pick and now build your franchise around DeJounte Murray, a all-star in 2022. A guy that when Trae Young has been out, has been playing some really good basketball, especially at like what I'm seeing out of him playmaking wise. It is a couple of double-doubles with assists. I feel like what I see out of him. The 3-point shot as well, definitely having a career year from 3. Last time I went ahead and looked at all of that. And you're looking at a couple of guys that you're hoping to develop. Guys like I mentioned earlier, like a Blake Wesley, Malachi Brandon. Obviously got a cut bait with Josh Primo is now in the G League with the Clippers because of some interesting, to say the least, situation that happened in terms of him. But yeah, the Spurs have a pretty good amount of cap space, to be quite frank. I mean, right now they are an active roster cap of $111 million. I mean, hey, this is actually a good amount of money for the San Antonio Spurs. So go get a guy like a Trae Young. And now you're looking at trying to go ahead and spend some money as well after getting a guy like Trae Young and working on that small forward, power forward. You want to get some 3-and-D guys. Obviously, the pipe dream would be a guy like an OJ Anunoby, but the Knicks traded away both RJ Barrett and quickly. RJ obviously on a multi-year deal quickly, who only has 1 year remaining. You would expect him to resign with the Toronto Raptors. You're looking now to get either you can really get one of them in a draft, and you can get one of them through free agency as well. I'm trying to see if I can look at any small forwards or power forwards that are free agents, and I'll go ahead and I'll get back to y'all. All right, so before I end up the video, I want to go look at some small forwards, power forwards the Spurs can target in free agency. Obviously, you're not getting LeBron James, with all due respect. Tobias Harris, I mean, if you get Tobias Harris for like $22 million a year, I mean, he can definitely provide you some scoring. It's pretty solid defense. Pascal Siakam, expecting to be going back to the Pacers after they traded 3 first-round picks for him. Gordon Hayward, I mean, he's just probably in the 6-man role now for the duration of his career, with all due respect to him. DeMar DeRozan making his return to the Spurs. I mean, he wants it bad. Like I said, OG would have fits like a glove with the Spurs. Obviously, Trae Young doesn't really play defense. He's obviously having his best defensive season. Obviously, Devin Vassell is not known for his defense. You want to go ahead and pair a small forward, a power forward with Wembanyama that can also defend as well, and that'd be pretty perfect. And then outside of that, not really seeing too many middle movers. I mean, an underrated move would be a guy like a Royce O'Neal is having a really good stretch right now with the Phoenix Suns. He was very underrated, but like my mom, he had to pick him up. Nice little 3-and-D player right there. Really stars in his role. And outside of that, I mean, take a flyer on a guy like a Patrick Williams, who's a restricted free agent. I mean, Miles Bridges, I mean, with all due respect, obviously off the court, he has a abundance of issues, but on the court, plurally, not trying to disregard any things that happen off the court, but on the court, Miles Bridges is definitely a really good player. Definitely will fit the mold for this for the Spurs team. Obviously, he doesn't provide the defense that you'd love, but offensively, attacking the rim, 3-point shot, a mid-range shot, I mean, he has it. Jason Tatum, Devon's Caleb Martin off the bench potentially. Outside of that, I'm not really seeing too many names that pop out at me outside of like a couple of role players. But in terms of that, I mean, hey, like I mentioned, they do have a good amount of first-round picks. Maybe they can go ahead and utilize those in the potentially, honestly, if the Raptors can be as bad as getting like a number 6 or number 5 pick on a dot, the Spurs could be looking at it right now of having 2 top 5, top 6 picks. And with both of those, in my opinion, if you don't go 2 forwards, I don't know what you're doing. But yeah, we're really gonna have to see what that trade value and trade package for Trae Young is gonna be. Obviously, we saw Trae Young talk really highly of Victor Wembanyama, and you would hope that duo ends up coming to fruition, because that would literally feed families. What have we been literally clamoring about all season for Victor Young and the San Antonio Spurs? Getting him a real point guard, getting him a point guard that would actually give him the ball. You would give him one of the best playmakers in the league. The guy is literally right now averaging 27 points a game. He's like 2nd in the league in assists. I mean, he's literally the prototypical guy for Wemby. I mean, y'all were talking about the Giannis and Dame pick and roll. We're talking about Wemby who can space the floor, attack rim, and Trae Young who can also shoot lights out from 3, and also is a pretty solid not defender. He's a pretty solid player at getting to the rim and getting to the line as well, and creating contact and drawing free throws, stuff like that. This guy's averaging 26 a game, 2 rebounds, 10 assists, 42% from the field, and I believe last time I checked, he was shooting 37% from the 3. Right now, he's currently out with an injury with a torn radial collateral ligament in the 5th finger of his left hand. Posted a picture on Twitter, maybe also Instagram as well, of him after surgery. Hopefully he is good. But the Hawks right now, man, they've been one of the most disappointing teams in the league. A team with this much talent, especially offensively. It's for them to be where they are right now currently. I mean, they're right now the 10th seed. That was the conference. They're really stuck in purgatory. They're not bad enough to get a top pick, but they're also not good enough to make any noise, even in the play-in. I mean, they beat the Heat last year and they lost in 5. Shout out to Trae Young for that game winner in game maybe 4 in Boston to extend the lead, and then losing in game 5, I believe, to the Boston Celtics. It might have been 6. I think it was 5 though. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that, but they're 26 and 34. They're 10th right now. They're 4-6 in their last 10. They're currently on a 2-game losing streak. And in terms of the 8th seed right now, they are behind. They are 7 games behind the Pacers for the 8th seed right now. And they're currently 2 games behind the Bulls. They're also in purgatory in the 9th seed to play in. And they're also only 2 games ahead of the 11th seed Nets, and only 2.5 above the Raptors, that's currently 12th seed in the Eastern Conference. The Raptors, hey, the Spurs are hoping the Raptors can continue to fall. They're 5-5 in their last 10, 23 and 38, including obviously trading away Pascal Siakam and OG Anunoby as well. Maybe they can get a top 6. Maybe they can creep into the play-in. I don't know, to be quite frank. But San Antonio Spurs need to go all in, get a guy like a Trae Young, get one of those guys like I mentioned. I don't know why they didn't mention Paul George as well. I don't know why they didn't show up, but Paul George, I believe, also has a player option as well that he may end up declining. Probably will. I saw Philly wants him. I saw the Pacers want him. Obviously, the whole league should want PG. He's one of the best number 2 options in basketball, and he's still damn good to a player. Now, right now, he's currently in the middle of a little funk in terms of shooting splits and things like that, especially from 3-point line, but it's still PG at the end of the day. He's gonna get it going, especially on the stretch going playoffs time. We're really gonna see what PG is all about. This is a guy that could be a number 1 option, a good amount of championship level teams right now, but he's a number 2 option on a damn good elite Clippers team who's been pretty mid as recent. Westbrook just went out with an injury with a fracture, and hopefully he's good enough for the playoffs, things like that. But they have Bones Highland kind of just trying to maintain the pace right now in terms of providing that 6-man scoring, which we saw with the Denver Nuggets. But that's beside the point. Get the Spurs, get that man Victor Wembanyama some help, get him a real point guard, get him some wings. You have a lot of money to spend this offseason. Greg Popovich isn't getting any older. I mean, he isn't getting any younger. He needs, right now, the Spurs cannot rebuild, man. You have all those picks. Maybe fuck those picks. Y'all saw what the Rams did with those picks. Fuck those picks. Got a ring. Last year made the playoffs. Went against the Lions, lost in the first round, but nobody thought the Rams would make it to the playoffs, and they did. Shout out to them. Shout out to the NFL. Y'all know where to find me on the NFL channel. Your boy John NFL. Links will always be in the description box down below. Yeah, give Wemby some help. Get him Trae Young. Get him some wings. Spend some cash, obviously, to build a real team around Wemby. This is a nice little rebuild y'all had this year and last year after trading DeJounte Murray. Go out and get DeJounte Murray's now duo, Trae Young, and let Wemby cook. Top 25 player in basketball, one of the best defenders in basketball right now currently, and he's only getting better. He's only 20 years old? Like, this guy is literally not from this earth. He's an alien. LeBron literally posted a alien emoji on his Twitter, and IG after playing it. King X alien. Wemby's not from this earth. He's from a different he was from a different planet. He's not from this stratosphere. Like, what the fuck is this? Doing step back threes, side step, blocking shots in the perimeter and in the paint, dribbling like a point guard. Bro got one of the best bags for a big in NBA history. And right now, currently, the man is fucking insane. Okay. But other than that, yo, that is the video. So go down below, drop a like, comment down below, sub up, follow me on Twitch, Twitter, and TikTok. Your boy John. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm out, man. Peace.